Polytechs are trying to make more space available as record numbers sign up for apprenticeships. Since July, when the government made them fees-free for the next 2.5 years, twice as many have taken one on compared to the same time last year, with 17,000 now earning while they are learning. And as reporter Conan Young and cameraman Nathan McKinnon discovered, many new recruits are older and pivoting away from industries decimated by COVID-19.
Tūmaloto Tiatia always wanted to be a plumber, but feeling family pressure to enter a profession, he became an English language teacher instead.
Being a Pacific Islander, growing up in the traditional Samoan family in South Auckland, the pressure for us is to go to university, to get that paper on the wall, make mum and dad happy, even though it's not what you wanted to do.
At the age of 35, Tau was already considering a career change when COVID hit. With the supply of new migrants wanting to learn English suddenly drying up, his hand was forced, and there was nothing for it but to apply for a 6-month pre-trades course at ARA in Christchurch. Today is his last day on the course, and he's now looking for an employer to take him on as an apprentice. He's hoping his life experience and time as a teacher will give him an advantage over others. And he's confident his mum and dad will still be happy with his new career choice.
I think it's just that whole perception of if you go to university, you wear a tie, it's that prestige and so forth, but it's actually not. Within the trades, if you're talking about security for the long term, there's good money that's here. It's more than just labouring, picking up a shovel, drain laying. You actually got to do a lot of math.
Lawrence Ford waited even longer than Tau before deciding on a career change, opting at the age of 49 to switch from being a painter-decorator to a plumber.
During lockdown, it gave us all an opportunity to think things through. And then I found out basically that the government was going to have to do something to move people from different professions, and retrain. And so it really helped.
Lawrence already has an employer willing to take him on as an apprentice and believes the fact he's not fresh out of school has helped. ARA's manager of electrical and plumbing trades, Sean Flanagan, says demand is stronger than ever from those looking to make a midlife career change.
Normally we'd still have quite a few spaces leading up to Christmas, and they'd be filled around Christmas or just after. At this stage we are pretty well full for next year, so we're looking at ways that we can actually address those issues and take more students.
Employers are also benefiting. Up to 18,000 of them are being subsidised up to $12,000 in year 1 and $6,000 in year 2 if they take a chance on an apprentice. The owner of Whitehead Plumbing, Mark Whitehead, says after years of struggling to find enough suitable people to take on as apprentices, it's great to have more mature candidates coming through.
It's the difference between, night and day, really. Someone that's come out of school, they don't necessarily always have the same work attitude. They don't have the same communication skills. They might not have the same ethics around working along with other people. Whereas someone that's been in the workforce, they've had those rough edges knocked off them, and they tend to have a greater desire to move forward and learn faster.
Mark Whitehead says of all the trades, plumbing is the one most committed to training up New Zealanders ahead of simply bringing in overseas workers, mostly due to the fact that overseas qualifications don't cut it here. He's flat out with work at the moment, but is waiting to see how many jobs come his way next year before deciding how many apprentices he'll take on. Mō te hōtaka o te ahi, ko Conan Young tēnei.